All right. Hey guys, so we just finished the workout and we're going to move on to the mobility. The mobility will be similar to yesterday's, where we're going to do static stretch holds. I have a mat out. I also have a towel, which I'm going to use for a position that'll be similar to the scratch test. I don't know if you remember this one, but I'm not flexible, so I have that. I'm going to turn the mat so that you guys can see that when it's time. And I also have a timer so that I can time this. Most of these positions we're going to hold for a minute up to 2 minutes, okay? So let's start this bad boy. First position is going to be called the supine twist. I would just call it the dead arm, because it's almost like you're sleeping on your arm. So I'm going to start by lying face down, okay? Got my timer right near me. I'm going to slide my left arm under me, and if you can see, the rest of my body is straight up and down, meaning I'm not twisting in the direction that my arm is now twisted. I'm going to hit start, and I'm going to fall into this and just lay on top. My left palm is facing up, and that way I feel the stretch through my left rear delt. I'm just going to relax and breathe. We're going to be here for about a minute. This feels pretty good, so don't get confused by my fidgeting. I just don't want this video to be too long, so I keep checking the timer. You could hold this probably up to 2 minutes. If you did a lot of ring rows or rope climbs, this one's really gonna feel good. The eagle, which we're gonna do later, will also feel really good. There's a minute. Okay, I'm going to slide my other arm underneath me. Again, not allowing my whole body to roll like this. I'm just going to slide it under and then try to fall straight down. You see the difference there? My whole body is straight up and down versus if I just did this, it would roll. So I'm here. And I'm just going to breathe and relax into this. This side feels better than the other side. This one must be a little bit tighter on me. It's really pulling that shoulder blade around, which is nice for a lot of people that don't have mobile shoulder blades. Yeah, there's 2 minutes. All right, this next one is called puppy dog. Similar to downward dog, but instead of going up on our toes, we're gonna go up on our feet. So I'm going to look like a prayer pose with my butt sticking straight up in the air. Don't sit into your heels, put your butt straight up in the air. I'm going to hold this one also for a minute. Now this one you could definitely hold for 2 minutes and get comfy. I'm going to put my head in the ground, so in case my voice sounds weird, it's because I'm talking into the floor. Butt up, chest out, arms relaxed. Again, feeling this in my chest and my shoulders, but also my lower back. Feels good. Trying to diaphragmatically breathe while I hold these positions. Just about a minute. Keep sticking your butt up, chest out. Then I'm gonna come out of it. All right. Now this next one, we're gonna sit on our feet, just like so. Toes are pointed together, heels are just out, butt's in between your feet. This one we call the eagle. I'm gonna go right arm under first and interlock with the hand. We're gonna hold this one probably just for about 30 seconds. This is again, really opening up that upper back. It's like a hug. mixed in with the, I don't even know what you call this. It's one of those weird yoga poses. Feels good though. Pulling those shoulder blades apart. Again, for bad posture, this is a good stretch. Not sure if you can see my marks from my elbows on the planks that we just did. All right, that was about 30 seconds. Again, that one would be better probably for about a minute. I'm gonna switch and hold. You're gonna feel like one is easier to get into than the other. Again, elbow on top of elbow, not dropping and relaxing. I'm trying to sit up tall, elbows parallel to the ground. I am going to be flexy by the end of this quarantine. Hopefully you guys will be with me. Oh, okay, that was good. Now, you guys might remember the scratch test. I'm going to turn this sideways so you can see me. Popping up out of the saddle so that's easier on my knees. Okay, so I'm gonna start with right arm over left. I got just a rag. It's a clean rag, has not been used. And I'm gonna do the scratch test. Remember that? That's the right, so your left palm is up and right hand palm is down. And you're trying to touch. I'm gonna get these as close as possible, so my fingers will touch, but not great. So I'm just gonna grab onto this, and I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna try and keep my elbows up and down. I'm gonna hold this for a minute. Why a minute? Because I need this one, and I'm pretty sure every male in the gym needs this one. Really open up the shoulders. Right now I feel it across my left front shoulder, and honestly a little bit in my side on my right, and my right tricep from all those dips we did in the EMOM. If you skipped those dips, you probably don't feel this as much, because I'm stretching out my left front shoulder and my right tricep really right now. You might feel it in your lats if you did a lot of rope climb or ring rows. I lost track of time. Not sure if that's a minute or not. Whew. Even if it's not a minute, that's about all I can handle. All right. Again, I'm gonna put my right arm palm up and then left hand palm down. You'll notice I, just like many others, have one side that's much closer. For me, this right shoulder is not opening as much as it should. Like the rotation is not where it needs to be. The internal rotation is not where it should be. I'm just gonna say it's from an old high school football injury. It's not, it was badminton. But again, this time I feel this one on the front of my right shoulder and not as much on my left arm. It feels really good though to stretch this out. Whew. Still trying to belly breathe. Trying to stay upright, trying not to fall forward, trying to upright, elbows up and down. And that's about a minute. Oh. All right, now we were in this saddle for a while, so I'm just gonna lay back for a quick second. Open up the chest, palms down, fingers pointed away, and relax. We're gonna hold this for a second. If you need to, you can put a yoga block underneath your butt. If you don't have a yoga block, put anything under there, put a pillow. Throughout this quarantine, you guys gotta be creative. So if you don't have something I mentioned, compare it to something that might work, all right? The next is the seated straddle. I'm gonna do this facing you guys, just to make this a little bit more awkward. Actually, That's too awkward. So this one, legs are apart, toes are pointed up, and I'm gonna put my hands out. Try not to relax your toes in like that. Toes straight up, and then really reach. As I reach, I'm also gonna relax my head. Watch the difference. See, this is me reaching, right? And then head drop. This actually feels more, not only in my groin, but also down my back. So I'm relaxing. I'm gonna try and climb my fingertips. Whew, this is a good one. I could use more of this in my life. That should be the challenge. Who gains the most flexibility during this quarantine? Just breathing into it, trying to relax. You're closing off your diaphragm, but I still want you to try to breathe through it. Try not to do a lot of shoulder breathing. And relax. Let's sit up. Okay, this last one is gonna be the bretzel. I will turn this one off. Okay, so for the bretzel, and I know some of you guys have done this, maybe some of you guys are still doing it a little bit off. The idea, I'm gonna bring my right knee over. The higher it is, the harder it is. So by being here, it's a little harder, whereas down here is easier. I'm gonna put my hand on top of the knee because that'll create a little bit of pressure so that we feel that stretch. The left foot, I'm gonna put in my right hand and I'm gonna pull it back just like I did a little boy band move there. Okay, so right knee is high and trying to touch the ground. Left foot is in my hand, and now I'm gonna relax. I'm trying to create separation from thoracic spine, or as Ty calls it, the front spine, and my pelvis. Most people don't have separation. They're just so tight that when they move, it's pelvis and thoracic at the same time. So I'm gonna relax, head on the ground, and breathe. Now this you can hold for up to 3 minutes, okay? We're not. I'm gonna hold this for a minute and I'm gonna switch sides. I have no idea if that was a minute, but I know you guys got places to be, so. All right, now you can see the other side of this. I'm gonna bring my left knee over, okay? My right foot is in my hand. Now, again, you can see I'm trying to create separation from thoracic and pelvis, right? I'm gonna breathe into it. If I want a bit more of a stretch, maybe I'll put that knee higher. Oh, my back popped a little bit there. This is my favorite stretch. I love this one. Creates that good rotation. The nice thing is when you breathe and relax, you can feel the muscles start to relax themselves and get more of a stretch. Hopefully you guys aren't talking like I am. You're just relaxing and sitting there, listening to me be obnoxious, talk throughout the entire thing. All right. So that was our stretch. Now, I'm gonna have you guys try to mimic me here. Oops. Sorry. Okay. So if I lay down, put my hands, one on my chest, one on my belly. I'm gonna take a big deep breath in. See that lower hand moving? My right hand on my chest is not. That's the most basic of basics to explain diaphragmatic breathing. This is what you should be trying to do during exercise and what you should be trying to do during running. The step up from that would be, I'm gonna go just above my hip bones, put my hands on my belly. And now when I take a deep inhale, I'm not only trying to go up, but out. Now that should also be consistent with exercise. I'm trying to fill up this entire volume right here. Now I'm not perfect at this. I still need work at this. But what I can do is I can use diaphragmatic breathing to relax me during exercise. Well, relax is probably too much of an explanation because I'm not really relaxing, but I'm controlling my breath a little more. I'm not trying to slow my breath, I'm trying to control it. Why don't you guys just continue, lay here for 3-4 minutes, try to relax. If you do it right, diaphragmatic breathing will let those muscles relax and you'll feel much more recovered tomorrow after having done that diaphragmatic breathing. Side note, diaphragmatic breathing is a great way to fall asleep at night. So keep that in mind if you're having trouble sleeping. Although I'm sure you're warming out after all these quarantine hours with your kids. Questions and comments, add it in the comment section, and make sure to smash that like button. Had to say that at least once.